Hi everyone, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation. We're the United States of the world, and we're on a mission to banish poverty. We have been around about 4.5 years, putting in solid foundations so that we can be here for many generations to come. Not your typical few weeks, few months, if you're lucky, a few years, but generations. We are now in a position where we are expanding our economy to improve the liquidity and value of our currency, and that'll benefit all our citizens. So anybody can be a citizen and benefit from our expansion. There's no fee, there's no obligation. You can just come along, register, prove you're a real person, and that's all there is to it. There's lots of things that you can get involved in, but you don't have to. Just like I live here in England, I can get involved in lots of businesses, do things, sports, whatever, but I don't have to. Okay, so that is where we are, and we're also non-separatist. So what that means is we see everybody simply as a human being. We dispense with superficial differences like gender, colour, class, creed, educational level, financial status, or anything else. Everybody we see just as a human being, part of one big family of humanity. We know that every human being is unique, has something unique to offer our community, and therefore all of equal value to our community. Right. We will have a little affirmation that helps us with that non-separatist ideology before we get into the updates. But before the affirmation, we'll have a little prayer to help us find true happiness in life. And that is something that you can't buy. I'm not talking about short-term pleasure. You will get a kick when you pay off all your credit cards and things, and when you pay for your kids' education and you pay off your mortgage. All these things you'll get a kick from, but it'll be short-lived. You'll always be looking for something more. What I'm talking about is that inner bliss that is always with you, that calm, that joy. And you can only get it through loving service to other people. And the great thing about being of loving service to other people is that it attracts into your life everything that you want and need. You don't have to chase after money or worry about how you're going to schedule things. It'll all start working for you. The more you concentrate on helping other people, being of loving service to them, putting more effort into it, the more service you offer, the more value you put into that service, the more you'll find your life will be better and better and better. So that's what our little prayer is about, and that's only a very short time, much less than it's taken me to explain it. Okay, so let me welcome you, whether you're watching the recording or whether you're watching live with us. If you're watching live, it's lovely if you can put in your name and where you're from in the comments, and of course put in any questions you may have in the comments so that we can answer them for you. If you're watching the recording, as a lot of people do, you can also add comments as you're watching it, but I can't answer your questions, unfortunately. I know that a lot of people do watch the recording because 7 p.m. London time isn't convenient for everyone. So let's just have a look at who we've got in now on the live, and we can then get started. We've got Ronin from Amsterdam in Holland, Peter from Cameroon, Don from Vancouver Island in Canada, Peter from Kettering in England, Eric from Quebec in Canada, Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA, Mary from Chicago, and Nankiet from Nigeria, Tony from Sheffield. Not seen you for a while, Tony, but it's good to have you back. Norman from Doncaster, England, Maureen from London, England, Richard from Devon in England. A good contingent from England today. Of course, it's probably a more convenient time for people that live in England than it is for people that live elsewhere. Okay, let's get started with that little prayer and that affirmation, and then I'll bring you up to date with what's been going on. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member that they may find the joy of service, and through service attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their lives. Amen. Okay, in our little affirmation, we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind and soul of thy world. Okay. You got Lewis in as well from Lisbon in Portugal. Well, I'll tell you what, I've not got the numbers out, but we'll do them quickly in a bit. Okay. It has been a busy day today, but Vishal has been unable to work today. Nothing wrong with him, but his sister had an accident, and so the family's rallying around and helping his sister. So prayers for Vishal and his family, particularly his sister. And so he'll be back on the Easy Team Builder, hopefully tomorrow, and if not, as soon as he can. Okay. Devyani, we've been working on quite a number of things to make sure that we don't get errors again on the Share Hope program, and hopefully we've fixed a lot of things. I've also been in communication with Rohit, and we've updated some things there so that there is more information available. We've got to go through it all properly and sort it all out, but things continue to move in the right direction. The move to new servers has caused countless issues with sites disappearing and all sorts of things, and I'm not really happy about it, but all we can do now is make sure that everything gets put right and sorted out, and gradually that is happening. As I say, I'm not particularly happy that these things went wrong. It should have been better planned. And I was under the impression that we were only looking at the We Share Abundance site anyway. So it's affected quite a number of things, but we are back on track. For example, the site, can't think of which site it is now, but the let me look. So when you want to pay by a card, we use Banish Poverty. That's right. We use the banishpoverty.com site for that, and that went down along with several other sites because of this migration. So we are gradually getting everything back. That Banish Poverty site is back now, so card payments are available to everybody again. I see we've got Carl Lucas in from New Zealand, and we've got Derek in from Nigeria as well. So there's been quite a lot going on in the background. Now also, who was it? It was Bozina, yesterday suggested a couple of websites, and I to make our site look better and give you better information to be able to promote what we have. And I have investigated them, and I think the first site that she gave me, when I looked at it, I found out that it's somebody I've known for a long time that owns the site, actually, and I've worked with him in the past. It's Mohammed Shoaib from Pakistan. And so I got onto him, and I've been talking with him about things. And we are going to do a total revamp of the whole website. We're going to give it a theme and everything else. But initially, what we're going to do is we're going to get some nice splash pages out. And the first one he's working on is for the ShareHook plan. So that should be available for you in a couple of days. Eventually, we'll work through the whole site, and we'll get the whole site with a nice theme all the way through, so that it's better better presented in every way. So yeah, Mo and I, as I say, we've worked together in the past. I've used him in the past, and I lost track of him, in all honesty. I didn't know where he disappeared to, but when I saw his website, and it doesn't actually give his name, but there was something that rung a bell for me, and I got onto him and I contacted him, and we reminisced a little bit, and anyway, yeah, he's going to be working on our site over a period of time, but we're going to get splash pages done. The first one, as I say, is for that ShareHook plan. So it will be designed in a way that we're going to design the whole site. So when you see that splash page, it'll give you an idea of what the whole website is going to look like. He asked me if I wanted to give him any pointers on it, or let him do it. And I'm not very good at design and things. So he's going to have a go at it, and we'll see what he comes up with. Of course, we can modify what he comes up with. We can have a look at it, discuss it, and make any changes if we decide to. But we are now in the process of getting that done. Let's have a look. We've got some questions, I think, here. Please, those people that stake pools 1 to 6, will they also have their refund of $100? Not necessarily, but we will make sure that they are in profit, okay? At some stage, they are the bottom of the list for it. People that have bought nest eggs will be our next group of people that we are looking to get their money back, because they most of the people that bought nest eggs also put money into the pools. It's not really staking anymore. It is going to move forward in the same way, but it's not in the same way as for your payments, your gifts, your prizes, your lottery, the mailing lists that you will have through the Easy Team Builder and all this sort of thing. But we want to move away from staking as a comment, because it isn't really staking, and we are going to gradually get everybody that is in We Share Abundance to a point where they are not out of pocket. Once we've got them to not out of pocket, and that includes everybody, but we're going first now to the people that bought nest eggs, because they bought those on top of putting money into the pools. And the pools are paying people out. Okay, it's not withdrawable unless you create your own liquidity pool, or unless you get selected in the random withdrawals, or whatever happens there. So, but it will be part of our plan before we start getting people into profit, other than the people that are getting into profit anyway by being involved in the other programs that we have. I hope that answers your question, Derek. It may not be the answer that you particularly want, but I suppose the short answer would have been yes, but I don't know when. And we've got Charles in from Nigeria. Tony, just wondering what is happening with 777, because since the changes, there have been 0 pass-ups, so no idea if it's working right or not. I have 10 places filled on level 1, but nothing for level 2. Level 2 pass-ups are not affected at all by anything. The new plan, the old plan, they're only affected by people following you through from level 1. The new plan is designed to help people get through into level 2 faster, but it all depends on funds, and the funds depend on making sales. And so if everybody stops working and stops introducing people, the whole plan slows down. The more people that are active, the more the plan works, and the less people that are active, the slower it works. No sales means no money. No money means we can't put people in. But there are people that are getting put in. I don't know how many there were today, but certainly I know that we had funds available from the bank, the 777 bank, to give people assisted entries, and I know that all the funds that we had were used up. So how do we get the funds? By people working the plan, making money, and a portion of it going into the bank. Now, if you're not working the plan, everything's gradually grinds to a halt. There's somebody got to be working the plan. The more people that are, the faster it'll work. No, there's nothing wrong. It's there, Tony. It is working. Also, it works faster if people fill in the positions that are allocated to people. Because the first position that they get, it's always a pass-up. So you now have the ability in your 777 levels to select their email, get onto the people that are there, and explain to them that they have probably got an assisted entry, it needs filling. If they don't fill it, it means they won't get their second assisted entry until that is filled. We may fill it for them from the pool, we may not. It depends on funds and availability and the plan and everything else. So the ideal thing is for you to get in touch with everybody that is in your pay line. You've got their email address, write them a nice personal email asking if they need help and explaining how the plan works, and that they should be getting somebody into that box as quickly as possible. It'll speed their earning up. It'll speed your earning up. It'll speed the plan up in overall, and it'll help everybody in the 777 plan. Okay. Bozina, hi everybody from Edinburgh. Okay. Bozina, I just was talking about you. Edinburgh in Scotland, for anybody that didn't know. I think most of you on here will. But anyway, yeah, we were just mentioning, Bozina, that I did contact those two websites that you mentioned, and that one of them is run by somebody I've known for many years and worked with in the past, but had lost contact with, and he will be working on our site for us. Okay. And we've got Renee in from the Netherlands as well. So there we are. I did send a bullet list out email, and I, as I usually do, I also sent it into your inbox so that you can use it if you choose to help you in your promotions. We have a very, very, very sound plan. We're not marketing it very well at the moment. And that is the reason the first splash page that is going to be developed is for that ShareHope plan. But it is a very, very powerful, it is the best plan out there. It's better than the 777 plan. The 777 plan is good, but it's a single payment plan. Single payment plans will never, ever produce the same income for you, no matter how they're structured, as a subscription plan. Even though the subscription plan is a small amount, and the next one we'll be introducing is even smaller, but subscription plans are very powerful in that they do create residual income. So there you go. If we've got any more questions, whack them in there. In the meantime, I'm going to dig out the numbers because, as I say, I forgot to do it today. It won't take me long, as you are aware. It's just a case of logging in to the website as an admin, and that only takes about 15 seconds or so. And logging in to our account in Multiply Weezer to make sure we get our revenue share. Okay, both of those are logging in now. And in fact, we are ready to go to the dashboard. So, 777 plan, we have 26,370. 26,370. So that means we've got 75. We've got an increase of 75 in the 777 plan, largely from assisted entries. I don't think many people are doing very much. So you need to get off your butts, folks, and do what you can. Let's have a look at the number of members we've got. We've got 50,205. 5205. So that's a net increase of 11 in the last 24 hours. And 3,583. 3,583 is an increase of 7 in the active member count. ShareHope, I don't know. Let's have a look at that. Just coming up 496. We have members in the ShareHope plan. So that's an increase of 3 in the last 24 hours. And multiply Weezer. Let's see what we've got there. I've lost it. Here we go. Yeah, just logging into the dashboard now. 10,569.51. 10,569.51 means we had about 80, 75 or 80 cents just for logging in. No change in the membership base. Okay. So those are your numbers for the last 24 hours. We've had one person, particularly with a query about not being able to get his withdrawal working. I've lost the app. Just let me get back there. Yeah. Not being able to get his withdrawal out onto the blockchain. So I did a video for that today. That is also in your inbox, and there's also a page you can get a link from the sitemap, something like how to withdraw your funds or how to withdraw your earnings or whatever else. But it is there for you if you have any difficulty. Tell me, so in 7777 level 1, will they still show now that they are being used for assisted entries, but still in my pay line? Anybody you personally refer will always be in your pay line unless they drop into a pass-up position 2 or 4. Other than that, anybody that you personally refer will always be in your pay line. Once you've got past a certain number of pass-ups, the pass-ups that you would have got under the old system now go to help the people in your pay line move through and get into level 2. So that is the difference. But your personal referrals will always be your personal referrals, and they'll follow you through into level 2 and level 3 and level 4. It's up to you. It's all driven by level 1. You've got to work level 1. Level 1 slows down, the whole plan slows down. People aren't moving through the levels. You've got to be putting new people in. It's all about putting in new people. We had somebody that suggested we should allow members to have a, in the assisted entry positions, we could put existing members into there so that they had 2 positions. It defeats the whole object. The object of level 1 is to get more people in, more people all the time. The more people you put through level 1, the more quickly the plan will work. Level 1 is the engine, it's the fuel, it's every part of everything that we need to get the plan progressing. If you're not working level 1, if you're not getting people into level 1, you're not doing your bit. It's up to you, Some people say, well, I only joined to be passive anyway. And, a lot of people will do that. But they have to be totally patient, because the more passive people there are, the slower the plan will work. But if you're working the plan, you're always putting people in, those people are always getting the assisted entries. Now, if you connect with those people, make sure they fill in that box as quickly as they can, they will give you a pass-up. That pass-up will go back down to somebody, and those people will get their level 2. And in level 2, you'll earn a bigger commission than you would have got from them in level 1. And you're helping everything move along. The more we get people through, once we get people moving through the levels, then everything moves faster. But it all starts with level 1. Okay. And level 1, you're looking at $5. You're looking at $5. Excuse me. Excuse me, I don't know what caused that. That frog hopped up there. Okay. Got my eyes watering and everything there. All right. So yeah, that is the basis of any business is sale. No sales, no business. You can't have a business that doesn't make sales. It'll die. If nobody's making sales, it'll slow down. The plan itself is designed to help and assist, and it's more powerful than any other single payment plan I've ever seen, but it still requires sales. So whether it's one person making a lot of sales, a lot of people making a few sales each, we need those sales. You get a plan that grows quickly, usually it's driven by one or two people. You look at Live Good, I think, is a real classic example of that. And they had, I think those people are still there because they're still getting paid, but the Live Good for a year grew very quickly to almost 1 million paid members. I don't know how many they've got now. I doubt whether it's grown much actually, but it might even be a few less. But that growth in Live Good was mainly through just two people. Just two people. Two people drove that system. Okay, there were a few people that did a little bit here and there, but the majority of the people that were brought in through the efforts of two people who really went out and did it. And that is the same for pretty much every business out there. There are people that will put in the effort and the persistence and the time to grow because they are looking after their own income. And they will drive the system. They're the ones making the sales. And that's why you get people, probably the top 2% of people that are making money online are making 98% of the money. The other 98% are not making an awful lot, and 90% are making nothing. It's all down to sales. Any business. Okay. I think once we've got the marketing system up and running, things will be much better. I hold off marketing when there are issues with the site and start up again once everything is working right. It is working right. The 777 plan, there's nothing wrong with it. It is working. It's working now. So it's up to you whether you market or whether you don't, but it is all working. Yeah, synergistically, the programs will all work together, and that is what we're working towards, to getting it completely all tied in. It's going to take a while, but one of the keys will be that Easy Team Builder. Once we get that up and running, it is pretty unique, and there'll be a lot of things going in there, and the cost is next to nothing. It works out about 83 cents a month, I think, something like that. 2 cents a day or 3 cents a day. Everybody that can afford to get online can afford that program. Okay. Eric, you said earlier that there's no money to pay in the members that are not in the 777 plan. Even if the people put someone in the box, how are they going to be paid in if there's no money? If there's a box there, there's money for it. Okay, so there you go. If there is a box there, there is money for that box. The box doesn't appear unless we have the funds for that person. Sam, I want you to do us a favour. I'm not very good at doing favours, but you can ask. I only do for one person what I would do for everybody and what I can do for everybody. If I can't do it for everybody, then it doesn't get done. Okay, there is nothing that is selective in the way that we run our program. It's if it's not there for everyone, it's not there at all. Renee, may I ask when that program is ready? Which program? The Easy Team Builder, we don't know because it's in development. No good me saying it will be ready the end of next week and it doesn't get finished by then. I don't know. Development is something that you can't forecast. I have never ever seen a development program be done in the time scale that was forecast. They all take longer and they all cost more than the original quote. And now we've not got a quote because it's somebody that we're employing full-time to work on it. We have an idea of how long we think it might take, but we've no, there's no way we can forecast it. We'll just get it available as soon as we can. And once it is available, there will be other things added into the program. It's going to take maybe 5 weeks for the recruitment tool. Now, if the program's ready in 2 weeks, the recruitment tool won't be there. If the program takes 10 weeks, the recruitment tool will be available before the program, but it still won't be available to anybody because it's only going to be released through the program. We'll just get it done as quickly as we can. So if people have a box, why are the users not in the 7.7 plan not used to fill those boxes? Because we relate that as well to another formula to generate new people into the plan. We're looking for new people. We're looking for people that are new. Those are going to drive the plan. Putting just anybody's name in will help you commission-wise, but it won't help the plan. Okay. We got Sam. The idea of trying us to connect our wallet before we can make deposits into our available cash wallet is not helping matter at all. The idea of trying us to connect our wallet before we can make deposits into our available cash wallet is not helping matters at all. How are you going to, if you're paying with a card, Sam, you don't need to connect your wallet. It'll just go straight into your available cash wallet. If you're paying with crypto and you've not connected your wallet, how are you going to pay? You can pay through coin payments or now payments, and that doesn't need you to connect your wallet. But if you can't connect your wallet, you're not going to be able to withdraw. So I don't really see what you're getting at. You can pay with a card, you can pay through coin payments, you can pay through now payments. You don't have to connect your wallet. But if you can't connect your wallet, you can't withdraw. But it isn't stopping you getting your available cash wallet funded. Please let us have options of sending money from the exchange. It is more safe now than sending money from wallet. From what exchange? From our exchange. You've got to fund your exchange. How are you going to fund your exchange? You know, if your wallet's not connected, you can't fund your exchange. I don't really see what you're getting at all, Sam. Sorry. But you have 4 options to fund your available cash wallet. Debit or credit card, coin payments, now payments, and a direct transfer from your wallet into the exchange. Now, if you are paying by a debit or credit card, it goes straight into your available cash wallet, I believe. I'm not sure of that. No, I'm not sure of that at all. I think it all goes into your exchange, but then you can transfer money from your exchange into your available cash wallet, no problem. The only thing that you need is if you are withdrawing funds, you've got to have your wallet connected, otherwise you can't withdraw it. Where are you going to withdraw it to? And if you're going to make a direct deposit from your wallet, you're going to have to connect your wallet, because that's the only way you can send the money. Okay. Payment through credit card is not functioning in Nigeria. Well, then you have to use some other system. I can't help you with that. Nigeria, unfortunately, is not accepted by a lot of people in a lot of different ways. So that's an issue you have to overcome. You've got to find a way to fund your wallet based on where you are. There are lots of local situations, and they differ for every different country. Eric's saying when the OTC gets launched, when we use it to buy crypto, it needs to be sent to a wallet. Do you plan on having a USDT wallet to avoid multiple movement and multiple fees? I don't know what we plan, because we can't plan on anything until we see what's going on with the OTC. There are already over-the-counter exchanges that you can use, Changely and Change.io or something like that. Those are over-the-counter. It's not something that has never been done before, Eric. These exist already. It's just that Beyond Infinity are building their own platform, and I have spoken to them about whether we can integrate into their system some way, and they don't know at this stage, and it's something that will have to be discussed in the future, but they're going to get what they are planning on up and running first. So until it's up and running and we see exactly how it works and how well it works and what goes on, there is no way of attempting to answer that question. Sam says, I'm not interested in the 777 plan or the shareholder plan. Okay. Okay, so you're not interested. Okay, no problem. I made a payment for PLO. PLO? What's PLO? I don't know. Okay, but if you're not interested, you're not interested. Okay, that's no big deal. You don't have to take part in them. It's entirely in your hands. Eric Bouchard, would it be an option to have a USDT wallet in WeShare? I don't know at this stage. As I say, we're looking at what we've got now. What we've got now works. The fees are low on the Binance Smart Chain. You know, to make a transfer from pretty much any wallet anywhere, you're looking at cents, a few cents, regardless of the size of the transfer on the Binance Smart Chain. Tron used to be very inexpensive, but you can be looking at $4 or $5 to transfer on Tron now. Things change. Okay. I made a payment for pools 1 to 6. I have never achieved anything. Okay. Just stick with it and hopefully you will. But you are building that wealth. And that is the idea of that ShareHope wallet, is to build that wealth for you. Now you can wait for the community to build its own liquidity, but you've got to remember that what we build in liquidity has got to be shared amongst all the members. So if we have our community liquidity pool of, say, $100,000 available, it means that we've got 50,000 members. We could allow every member to withdraw $2. And then it's gone. So even if we had $100,000 income a month, the most you would be able to withdraw would be $2 a month in the community pool. And we're nowhere near at this stage anything like that figure. In fact, we're just about breaking even at the moment on our expenses of keeping and maintaining the website, the development, and everything else. Now, if you want to withdraw that money, then you've got to create your own liquidity pool. The only way you can do that I know of is through the ShareHope plan, and you're not interested in that. So you just have to sit and wait and watch. That's the only thing I can offer you. You may be lucky and get a random withdrawal when we do the random withdrawals. I'm hoping we can do one sometime later this week. I've not had time to even think about it much yet. But if not this week, next week we'll get one done. And you will be able to withdraw based on your participation in the other programs, because the other programs are the ones that are creating the liquidity for We Share Abundance. So if you're only in the pools, you're only going to get a $25 withdrawal anyway. If you're in the pools and the 3 other plans, then you can get a $100 withdrawal. But it is random. You may get one, you may not. It's the alternative to saying, okay, we've got $1,000. We can split it amongst the active members, which are only about 3,500 or whatever I told you it was. So 3,500 into 1,000, you know, you'd get 30 cents each. What are you going to do with 30 cents each? So that's why we've brought in the random situation to make it a bit more worthwhile to the people that do get a withdrawal. It is totally random. You might be lucky, you might not. Okay. Any more for any more? Because if not, we're done. We've been going 50 minutes anyway, because I was pretty much on time today. So I'll be here, same time, same place tomorrow. Hopefully Vishal will be back. Hopefully he's got his sister sorted out. I think it was an accident on a motor scooter. I'm not sure. I think she broke a leg or something like that. So as all good families do, they're pulling together to help get her sorted out and look after her situation while she's not able to do some of the things that she would normally have been doing. So prayers for Vishal and his family and for everybody else that needs them. And in the meantime, if you want things to work for yourself. The more you do for yourself, the more you're helping other people. But do it through helping other people first. Think about how you can help other people, and you'll find it will flow back to you easily. You start thinking about how can I make money for me out of this person. That's the wrong attitude, and you'll frighten them away. They'll sense it. But if you go about life in how can I help this person generate some income through using what we have, the beautiful, wonderful things that we have within We Share Abundance in our community, you'll find that everything will start working for you. But I'll be here 7 p.m. London time tomorrow on YouTube, Twitch and Facebook. Until then, God bless you all. And I'll see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. See you later, alligator. Come on.